Funny Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Dr. Stone chapter 224. So before I get into this recap and live reaction, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, and I'm just on a non-stop high-speed struggle train heading into chaos, and it's getting faster by the second. If you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive and a-kickin', feel free to hit up my Cash App and PayPal. Those links are in the description box below. So fam, we are finally in space. Yes, we are. Oh my god, I can't believe that we have launched the final countdown. Oh, let's be real. This has been rushing like hell. And I'm really goddamn heartbroken about that. And I'm still waiting. Still waiting to hear that we're going to get a midquel. I want my damn Stone Diaries. Anyways, let's get to this chapter, see what's in store for us this week. God, this rocket is gorgeous. So we're seeing, the prehistoric era with the mastodons and shit, and it looks beautiful. Then we're seeing the start of human civilization. And then the Roman Empire. And then modern civilization. And then we're seeing Senku, his childhood, and we're seeing panels that, we've seen before, but God, this works so well. Including the explosion and, when him and Senku and Taishu were experimenting. And then the petrification, the first one. And then, when everyone was turned to stone and human civilization starting up again. And, when Senku was working with everyone, I have to say, the deer whistling is kind of funny. And then there's Gen and everyone. And then there's Senku as Stone in the top right. And then you have, Senku and Zeno working together, which I think is so sweet. And then there's Byakuya in the center here. Humanity's gonna make a comeback. You'll see. Until the day we're eating ramen in space again, you can count on it. Love this. Love it. And then there's Senku. Right here on the left. And then we're in space. And God, is this gorgeous, Boichi. Oh my God. I'm telling you. Boichi's coming for y'all. Boichi is coming for you, Mashima. Boichi's coming for you, Akamatsu. Boichi is coming for you, Okubo. Oh my god, and Boichi's coming for you, Murata. Oh god, yeah. Boichi Sensei coming for you all. But you know what? I do have to mention this, though. Murata has said on Twitter that he really does admire Boichi Sensei's art. So, that says a lot, doesn't it? And I think, you know what? I think Murata does kind of want to collaborate with Boichi too. I swear, if Murata does collaborate with Boichi, I will be so stoked. Especially if it's on One Punch Man. Boichi, please do it. Please collab with Murata Sensei. That will make my life. Oh, and this chapter is titled In Space, and look at Senku. This extreme close-up of Senku's eye as he's looking into space. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Look at this. And there's Senku. All alone in... Wait, hold on. Did I miss anything? No. Okay. All alone in space. Look at this. This is gorge. Why are the others so petrified? We need Stanley, the pilot at the docking controls. Is something wrong with the resurrection watches? Ah, Senku, I take it you're awake now. Oh, so our gear isn't busted. This was your doing, Zeno. Why though? What did you do, Zeno? Let's see. Liquid doesn't flow normally in zero gravity, so I consider that there might be a glitch with the revival fluid. As a precaution, I scheduled your revival a bit early, Senku. Smart. I could have mentioned that. Sure, let's leave it at... Sure, let's leave it at that. Um, our dear Zeno was once friends with Byakuya and the astronauts. Yeah, yeah, he knows. Zeno knows. And that's why Zeno is at Mission Control and he's heading Mission Control because he knows. He's given dear Senku a moment in space to himself, a moment to weep freely. I really do like that. I like that a lot. I love that Zeno gave, and yeah, that is kind of an excuse. But I love that Zeno understands that Senku needs a moment to himself to, have this moment to just like enjoy the moment for himself and for Byakuya to be like, Byakuya, we're here. I, I, I did it. We did it. I love it. I love that Zeno did this because it shows you that Zeno cares not only about Byakuya but the rest of the astronauts. I like that. Major respect. Oh, there he comes. Not even a little shock that I'm up before you. You knew, didn't you, Stanley? Of course, Stanley knew. You and Zeno cooked up this little plot, huh? Creeps me out having you old dudes doting on me. Doting? You gone soft in the head, Senku? I'm just a soldier following orders. Sure, let's leave it at that. In the 20th century, they once made plans for a spaceship with no windows, but word has it the pilots protested. Yeah, I do not blame them for protesting. Being able to view space with the naked eye was considered vital to the mental health of the crew. And you know what? That really explains that extreme close-up of Senku's eye. In more ways than one. But yeah. We good on oxygen? Since the labor involved in the docking procedure is still an unknown factor, you've been given oxygen to spare. More than enough to awaken your other travel companion if you so desire. Oh, of course, Kahaku is going nuts. Wow, so this is the space I've heard so much about. There's no up or down. My body's lighter than ever. You're getting too excited, Lioness. Francois made this for us, stuffed into these vinyl packs. Yeah. Senku's space drying system, sweet. We have space ramen. So like even what Byakuya said earlier in the chapter about eating ramen in space again. Love. We have space ramen. So yummy. Same flavors they savored on the International Space Station in the 21st century. God, a few thousand years ago, your father ate like this. The same meal, the same outer space. Say, could the space station that Byakuya and his friends lived in still be floating around up here? Nah. With no humans left to control and maintain the station, it came down a long while back like a bunch of shooting stars. Had to be thousands of years ago. Is that so? Forget all that, Kay. As we said, that old space station was also launched piecemeal into space, so the parts... oh my god. As we said, that old space station was also launched piecemeal into space so the parts could dock once in orbit. This time around, it's our creation that will be combining in space. Yeah. We've blasted away from our tiny world, from a stone world to a spacefaring civilization. God. We freaking did it. I gotta tell ya, I really love this chapter. I do. And again, what's great about this chapter, and it's similar to last chapter, is that the writing and the art have this perfect balance. They complement each other perfectly because you have the art at the beginning of the chapter where it just, you don't need any dialogue at all. It speaks for itself, which I really, really do like. Then you have the whole thing with Byakuya and how it ties into everything. And I love it. And the extreme close-up of Senku's eye, and with what Zeno said, which I think is very, very powerful. And then with what Zeno said about giving Senku that moment to himself to enjoy the moment, that victory. Because everything that Byakuya worked so hard to do, so hard to set up with the rest of the people that were in the International Space Station, has finally come to fruition. And it's really not just important to Senku, but it's really important to Zeno too, because those people were his colleagues. And I just gotta give mad respect for Zeno to do that. And I love that Stanley was in on it too. And the art just, this art blew me the fuck away. Boichi, I love this. This art looks so good. And that line about eating ramen in space once again. And we got it. Perfection. Perfection. And I kind of would love to see fragments from the International Space Station. I would love to see if they could find it. I doubt they could, but I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it at some point. Maybe like at the end of the manga. Maybe like when Senku, you know what would be very powerful, and I would very curious what you guys think about this, is at the very end when they're done with their mission and they come back, and this would be at the very end, is they find a piece of the International Space Station. I think that would be so powerful. And then Senku takes a look at it, look at that piece in his hand, and says to it, "Did it." That'd be so goddamn powerful. It fits so perfectly. I'm really curious what you guys think about that. What do you guys think of this chapter? I think this chapter is probably one of the most powerful chapters in this manga. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive and kicking so I can keep bringing you more Dr. Stone content, there's a few ways you could do that. Donate to my Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist, all that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend me on PlayStation Network, that's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I'll be seeing you later.